spectacular sight as we approach our broadcast location in downtown Orlando through the air. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. With my motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. Things haven't been going so hot for him as he moves through his first year. Maybe, just maybe, he can pick things up and finish the season strong.
And it's been a battle for him so far in his rookie campaign. You've got to give him credit, though, for the way he's fought through the adversity.
Absolutely. I mean, his confidence has taken some hits along the way, but to his credit, he's hung in there pretty good.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Mitchell and Bogdanovich, they're the wings. Bradley is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward. Some guys check the league standings every day. Others try to avoid it. What was your approach when you played?
Hey, I didn't look at them much because we were a team that was struggling, Kevin. We were just trying to find our way to being competitive back in the early 80s with the Pacers. So I never got to the point where we were a team that was looking at the standings daily. And I avoided the papers pretty much throughout my career just because to me was a bit of a waste of energy and time. I had more things to focus on than where we were in the standings and what people might be saying and writing about us.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Just 5 to shoot. Gobert with the block. They recover it. Vucevic with the bucket. And so it's Utah here with the ball. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Conley lays it up off the glass. Conley's got 5 now.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Fultz. Last game we saw him score 13. Outside Gordon. Back to Fultz. 4 on the clock. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist from Fultz.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Here is Conley. Markelle Fultz making his last shot, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Here's Gordon. Vucevic trying to get open.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
For Utah, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him. We'll start off this game. The drive by Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
He'll drop them both. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname. Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Ross. Good D by Bogdanovich.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And now, here comes Gordon leading the break, and the jam by Ross.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Mitchell looking it over. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Isaac inside. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 3-point game. Bradley. Second shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Vucevic. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Magic.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The 6th pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Volts kicks to Ross. Now here's Isaac, covered by Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The turnaround Jay, and the basket by Isaac.
You know, if you're defending Isaac, guys, you got to honor his jumper. He's a very capable scorer from there.
Down low, here's Mitchell, and that one falls, coming off Conley's feed.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Orlando leading. Here's Fultz. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Mitchell wide open. The three-pointer no good. The Magic have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Bamba kicks to Isaac. Pass to Fultz. The three. No good on the shot. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Here's Fultz, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Gordon dishes to Fultz. Bamba trying to break free. Fultz, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Trying to find Bamba. He gets it to him. Gordon He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Mitchell against Ross. Outside Conley. And the pass to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. Here's Gobert. And Bamba pulls it down.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Mitchell. Really disappointing game for him in that loss to Chicago. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Plenty of space. Utah getting another chance here. And stolen by Gordon. Pass to Fultz. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
And, you know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington, 6'4". Clark, do you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Markelle Fultz. And Gobert drops them both. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek freak and Gobert probably go 1st and 2nd in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Gobert.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
Now, here's Fournier. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Gobert with the block.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Niang kicks to Davis. And it's Moutier, top of the key. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Jazz lead by 1. Magic shooting 42% to begin this game. Now Augustine Feeds it to Fournier. Goes up to the stripe. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's right around 13 points a night, then over 3.5 blocks. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Moutier kicks to Clarkson. Utah keeping it alive. The new 14. Gobert can't hit. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Heat.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. Here's Moutier. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Moutier's got his second bucket of the night. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Augustine dishes to Fournier. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Here's Niang. He's covered by Aminu. Niang picks to Moutier. Pass to Niang. Now Clarkson. He's covered by Aminu. Just 4 to shoot. Clarkson passes to Gobert. Shoots over Fournier. Utah gets it back, and it's blocked.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Augustine against Moutier. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Hard to prevent the bigger guy from getting a clean look there.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 1. It's Fournier on the wing. From the arc. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter every season he's been in the league.
Clarkson looking for an opening. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Augustine finds Fournier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The Frenchman Fournier, always looking to get the shot up, but really good at drawing fouls.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players, draft guys with great length, and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
And that one misses.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
Williams-Goss is checked in for Utah. And the second free throw, good. 55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Niang kicks to Clarkson. Here's Davis. Aminu grabs the miss.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Utah trailing here. Here's Williams-Goss. Birch grabs the board. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
You know, guys, it's really all about focus while under pressure. And right there, Bamba shows why that's a valuable trait to have.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Bradley's checked in for Davis. And that one falls for Bamba.
A top 10 pick in the 2018 draft, Mohamed Bamba, Mo Bamba for short, is a terrific athlete and has a great work ethic, too.
Clarkson against Aminu. Clarkson with the ball. Another miss by Utah. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Williams-Goss is out there with Emmanuel Mudiay. Then there's Bradley, and it's Niang in at the 4. That free throw good from Aminu. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
He hits both from the stripe.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Mudiay passes to Niang. To the middle. Here's Bradley, and he gets the bucket.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Magic leading by 4. And Augustine kicks to Aminu. Pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Bradley. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Aminu.
Comfortable operating near the basket. Vucevic has size plus touch. That's a nice recipe for scoring in multiple ways.
Now here's Mudiay. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Augustine with the steal. Rebound, Utah.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Gordon's checked in for Orlando. And a switcher also for Utah. Mike Conley's checked in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Gordon, the pass to Aminu. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
That free throw good from Aminu.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Two free throws for Aminu.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Now here is Augustine. Outside Gordon. To the inside. It's tipped. Here's Vucevic. That one's not going to go. Bradley with some nice D. Goes back up. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Gordon finds Vucevic. Back to Gordon. Here's Williams-Goss. Guarded by Augustine. Conley's shot is off.
He hit 1-3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Fournier passes to Gordon. Nails the baby hook. Gordon's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Clarkson passes to Bradley. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Conley against Aminu. The pass to Vucevic. To the paint. Here's Fournier, and he converts the layup. Fournier's got the lead up to 10 now for Orlando.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
The Jazz have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Conley dishes to Clarkson. It's hauled in by the Magic. And now, here comes Augustine leading the break. And it's Aminu in the corner. Shoots over Bradley. Again, the Magic score.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Aminu. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Orlando with the ball. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Ross. High post Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. 6 to shoot. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Jazz trail by 13. Conley, the pass to Bradley. There's the dish to Bogdanovich. Bradley trying to break free. Bogdanovich, no luck. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 15-6 run. And the basket by Gordon.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Outside Bradley. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Great D that time from Vucevic. Orlando leading by 15. Lob pass to Gordon and stolen by Bogdanovich. And now Utah, fast break. All going up court. And that one's good. Williams-Goss.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Passes to Ross. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Gordon, and it's blocked by Bradley. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. And the Jazz with some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Bradley. Davis is subbed in for Williams-Goss. Here's Vucevic. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Isaac's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you have to keep Isaac off the boards. I mean, when he's that close to the rim and has good position, he's a threat to grab a bunch of rebounds.
Now here's Conley. 17 points for him last game against Chicago. 6 on the shot clock for the 3. And it's Mitchell missing. Magic leading by 15. Right side Gordon. He feeds it to Vucevic. And stolen by Bogdanovich. 4-on-3 break. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Up top, Fultz, covered by Conley. Shoots a fader, and the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 points in the quarter. Jazz trail by 15. Conley kicks to Davis. Pass to Conley. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mitchell's shot is good.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 6. Down low. Here's Isaac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
And you know, guys, I like the fact that Isaac is adding different elements to his game, and the shot fake will only make him more dangerous. Well, you know, he's still listed at 6'10", but when you see him standing next to teammates, guys, Jonathan Isaac is clearly taller. By the time he's done growing, he's projected to be a 7-footer or north of that.
first free throw is good. And Isaac doesn't want that 7-footer label, something we've seen before with guys like Garnett and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree. There are a couple of things that go into that when you talk about guys not wanting to be listed at 7 feet. He grew up playing on the perimeter and still has an attachment to that part of his game. And then I think there's also the feeling if you're listed at 7 feet, you're going to get stuck inside. But even more than that, folks tend to look at you differently when you're a 7-footer because you appear to be out of the norm in a major way.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
And here is Conley, 7 points in the game. Now the pass to Mitchell. The offensive rebound. Gobert dishes to Davis. And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Ross passes to Bamba, and stolen by Bogdanovich. Conley with it, now guarded by Fultz. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Pass to Isaac. Kicks to Ross. Six to shoot. He dishes it to Fultz. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 3rd assist on the night. And the Jazz with possession here. It's an 18-point game. And it's Conley penetrating. Passes it to Davis. Back to Conley. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Fultz. He's got 8. Now Bamba over Davis. Bamba's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Mitchell. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Mitchell's got 5 points in the quarter.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Pass to Bamba. This one for 3. Doesn't go for him. And Utah the other way now. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Conley for 3. The second chance effort. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Ken Burch is checked in for the Magic. And Utah also making a switch. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for Mike Conley. It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. The Jazz, number 1. 4th, the Magic.
The effort has clearly been there for both teams on the backboards, and you can see it showing up in terms of points off those second chance opportunities.
Clock at 6. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell.
Ross is very dependable as a defender, somebody who uses his length and quick hands to bother shooters.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Isaac misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. For Utah, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Ross. And Mitchell drops them both. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They led by as many as 18 points. Outside Fournier. Bamba against Gobert. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Jazz trail by 12. There's the feed to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Moutier against Bamba. They could use a bucket to the middle. Birch. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
That free throw missing. The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Clarkson's checked in. And he sinks the second. Jazz trail by 11. Moutier looking around, but they recover it. Outside, Davis. Another shot. That's good from Moutier on the assist by Davis. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Augustine with it. There's the pass to Birch. Aminu against Clarkson. And Aminu kicks to Fournier. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Stolen by Bamba. Gobert with the defensive effort. And so we conclude the first half. Magic out in front, up 9. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. And when we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
Well, the big question with Aaron Gordon has been the shooting. He's better now, stretch the floor a little bit. But what you really like, athleticism, especially at the rim.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Jazz trail by 9. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Isaac in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Gobert dishes to Bradley.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Bojan Bogdanovic? He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And while the numbers are decent, I really feel like he can do more.
Yeah, you know, his issue is more mental right now, I think. He just needs to block out the distractions and get back to being the star that he is.
First one falls for him. Good on both. Orlando leading by 7. Now here's Fultz inside. It's stolen by Bradley. And here is Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Back to Mitchell. There's the 3. Utah the rebound.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Here's Ross, and he makes good on the layup. Ross has got his second basket of the night.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
Jazz trail by 9. And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now, here's Vucevic. 6 points for him. Back to Fultz. Over Conley. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, you know, one of the best parts of Nikola Vucevic's game is his great body, excellent hands, and the high motor makes him an outstanding rebounder.
Here is Conley. 11 points in the game. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Vucevic.
You know, you look at Bojan Bogdanovic, and he's not uber athletic. I mean, he doesn't blow you away with his athleticism, but he's heady, and he's tough, and that makes him effective.
That one is off. And growing up in the European system, Clark, 2 practices a day, drilling those fundamentals. Bogdanovic with a complete offensive game.
Yeah, you can see the fruit of all that labor, Kevin. He's very efficient offensively, doesn't waste motion or dribbles. And he's not content to be a one-way player. He's challenged himself to defend at a higher level.
That one is no good.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate. He's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
It's rebounded by Fultz.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Bucket is good. And now it's an 11-point Magic lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Conley feeling it out. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Now here's Ross. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Vucevic trying to get open. And there's Fultz on the assist from Ross. 10 points for Markelle Fultz.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Conley. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. Passes it to Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. Gobert with it. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Bradley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. Williams-Goss is checked in for the Jazz. And so Bradley nails both of them. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. Fultz the pass to Vucevic. He kicks to Ross. Lets it go from deep. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Jazz. They trail by 9 points. From the wing. Williams-Goss misses.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
Jazz trail by 11. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Pass to Conley. High arcing shot. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Conley's got 13.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Now here's Fultz, guarded closely. Here's Vucevic, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Over Gobert, and he overshot that one, missing.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper. Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And so here's Orlando. They led by as many as 18 points. The pass to Vucevic. Shoots from 8. tried to bank it in, but he misses. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Here's Fultz. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Gordon inside, guarded by Bradley, and the shot goes down. And that's now 18 points for Aaron Gordon.
Gordon's jumper really looking good, showing you how dangerous he is from the mid-range.
Now here is Conley, guarded by Fultz. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. 4 on the clock. Offensive rebound, Gobert, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
No good on the free throw. So for the Magic, Khem Birch comes in for Jonathan Isaac, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Ross. Utah also making some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Bradley. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Bogdanovich, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And the second free throw, good. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Clarkson. Back to Mudiay. The Jazz working the ball around now. For 3. Here's Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Vucevic. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
That free throw missing for the Magic. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic, and it's Aminu in for Aaron Gordon. Good on the second free throw. Here's Fultz. 11 points in the game. It's Fournier on the wing. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now Clarkson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's denied. Here's Davis. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Davis has got his 3rd basket of the night. Fultz the pass to Birch. And botches the dunk.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And he knocks down the first one. And it's tied up with that one. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. They led by as many as 18 points. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Let's take a look at the players that have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Rudy Gobert is second.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
No good on that one. The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in. And he's good on the second.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Utah has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. For the lead, buries the jump shot. Conley's got 15.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now here's Fultz, over by Conley. Left side Fournier. Pass to Birch. Shot clock at 6. And Aminu kicks to Fournier. Another miss by Orlando.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
You know, even when you think you've got Fournier bodied up, he still finds a way to slither to a score.
Utah leading. Pass to Davis. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Fournier. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Aminu's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Here's Davis, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Fournier.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Orlando trailing here. Fultz with the ball. Now here's Aminu. He's got 8. Here's Bamba. Goes back up. And Davis sends it back. And the Jazz pushing it up now. That's good from Moutier on the assist by Gobert. Gobert's got 3 assists in the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Utah.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. Taking a look here at the numbers for Fournier. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And that one falls for Fournier. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:29 left in the third quarter. Aminu against Clarkson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And, you know, one of those rare second-round picks who played well immediately. Clarkson was first-team all-rookie and continues to.
Now here's Fultz. 12 points for him. To the wing right side. Aminu finds Fournier. Here's Birch. From downtown. Aminu misses. Jazz leading by 3. Outside Conley. Over Fultz. Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 13.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Fultz, no good. It's stolen by Fultz. Birch, the basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Jazz. And there's the pass to Davis. They double team Conley. Back to Davis. Jacks up a 3. They get the rebound. Tries again. Bamba with the block. And they'll keep possession. Outside Fournier. Shoots over Clarkson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
The defensive focus. That's what Clarkson's coaches want from him. Can he do this consistently, though, is the question.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Jazz lead by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Davis. Moutier out there with Mitchell. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. The shot by Birch, no good.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
And Moutier throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Here's Aminu following the bucket by the Jazz. Here's Bamba, nails the baby hook.
Well, he's a very effective scorer from there. Bamba's excellent at using his size to his advantage.
Utah leading by 3. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Utah now. Davis finds Moutier. Gobert with it, covered by Bamba. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. Mitchell's got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Fultz looking around. Up top, Fournier. Bamba trying to break free. Fournier's shot is off. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando. Ross comes in for Markelle Fultz. Bradley's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Fournier. Good. Nice job down low.
Defense looking helpless here. Fournier is solid at scoring despite getting hit. Really strong playing through contact.
Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Clarkson kicks to Bradley. Pass to Moutier. Nice ball movement by Utah. Clarkson passes to Bradley. Bamba with the block. Fournier against Mitchell. Fournier dishes to Gordon. And it's blocked by Bradley. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Utah with a change here too. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Mitchell up top. Got a piece of it. Bradley can't get it to go.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Gordon goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got 20.
And Gordon, with that strength and athleticism, made a tough shot look easy despite the contact.
Here's Moutier. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Shot from 12. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Here's Gordon. Here's Bamba. Feeds it to Gordon. Bamba inside. Guarded by Bradley. Mitchell against Ross. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And it's sent back by Isaac.
What a wingspan Isaac has. I mean, this guy is incredible at denying shots, and he loves to do it. Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Ross kicks to Fournier. Ross against Mitchell. Fournier for 3. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
And the Jazz call time here. And you remember when Aaron Gordon came into the league, Clark, some question whether he had the size to play the power forward position. Not anymore.
Yeah, you take a look at what's important at that position. It's about mobility, versatility, and skill set, and he certainly fits the bill nicely there. He can defend the 3 or even some 4 positions and brings a lot of energy at both ends.
The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Jazz. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. We'll see if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Elbow. 2.
Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Clark, as Vucevic has stepped out from that mid-range to beyond the arc, it's paying dividends.
Yeah, not only is he shooting the three-point shot when he steps out there, but it spaces the floor and opens up things for his teammates, and he's proven himself to be a pretty good passer. The face-up game proving just as effective as his post-up game, which makes him a hard cover.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, you look at Isaac, and all you think he needs to do is add some weight. He's got terrific skills and a promising future.
Passes it to Bogdanovich. Here's Bradley. And nothing is falling for him right now. Magic leading by 3. Here's Ross over Mitchell. No good from Ross.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Bogdanovich passes to Davis. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And it's Gordon. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Gordon. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D. And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Fournier against Conley. Over in the corner, Isaac. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft. That deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
That's good from Isaac. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Conley. Down low, here's Davis. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now, here's Fournier. Isaac finds Vucevic. Over Davis. Vucevic with the bucket. And the Magic lead by 6.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Utah is shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Fournier against Conley. Here's Bogdanovich, and the shot is long. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Poked away to the inside, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
And here is Conley. And that one drops. Conley's got 10 points here in the second half.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Aaron Gordon.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Fultz, he's checked in for Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now, here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by Fultz. Fultz has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Isaac. The shot off that time, and Utah the other way now. Outside Conley. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic, leading by 5. Ross on the wing. Gobert pulls it in. The Jazz shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Fultz lays it up and banks it in.
Like that explosion to the basket. Fultz can turn it on so quickly. He's past you before you know it. Quick as a hiccup.
Jazz trail by 7. Outside Conley. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Conley's got 6 here in this quarter.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Now here's Fultz. Isaac passes to Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Jazz shooting only 35% in the 4th quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Conley finds Gobert. Pass to Mitchell. Good on the shot. Mitchell's got 22 points.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Well, this guy is always in attack mode, very aggressive. Some players might kick it out there, not him. He's going right to the bucket.
Ross, that's good.
Large from T. Ross, showing major confidence out there.
Here's Conley. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Fultz. Fultz has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. No good from Ross. Jazz trail by 5. Here's Conley. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. He's got 23.
I'm impressed with Conley's scoring ability here. He's an alert guard who understands how to attack the defense.
Now here's Fultz. On the wing, Gordon. 5 on the clock. Here's Isaac. And he banks in the layup. And the Magic lead by 5.
Man, I like how poised Isaac is. Excellent calmness and control. That's impressive for a young guy.
1:22 left in the game. Outside Conley. Over Fultz. Another miss by Conley. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Isaac misses. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul. Jazz trail by 5. .55 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Mitchell finds Bradley. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And, you know, Fultz plays bigger than his size down low, guys. Outstanding at using his body to draw contact.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
34 seconds left in the 4th. Conley's shot is off. And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Passes like this demonstrate Conley's unselfishness as well as his desire to get his guys going on offense. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And the Jazz call time here. They're down by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
And very close to making the shot, but instead he'll go to the line for 2 on the shooting foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it. And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Bogdanovich from past the arc. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. From deep three-point range, and no good that time. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.